hello there. Hi. My name is Professor Flat. Yes, that's me right here. See? Haha. And like all professors, I too have a lab. This is the Flat Lab. See? I don't have PhDs or lofty degrees or anything from the established educational system meant to corrupt your brains. No. But what I do have are questions. Yes, questions. So let's begin. To the flat screen. Yes, here we shall ask all things flat earth. Questions about the flat earth that we can seek and destroy the answers that are global. That is, if they're destroyable, right? We don't want to have a bias. We just want to look at things as they are. So, let's go forward. Today's topic, gravity or density. There has been quite a kerfuffle about this subject lately, and I thought I'd weigh in. So, I heard a great kerfuffle over this here particular subject between Bob and Jeranism the other day. It made me think. See, Bob's position was that yes, hydrodynamics and density do create a division of things. And this is very true. But Bob's position was that there had to be some initial movement or continual force to keep these density divisions in place. So, Jeranism believed that no, the density itself is all that's needed. And I began to think about this. And I listened to the podcast, and Bob was slinging some very good scientific jabs, left, rights, uppercuts, and he was getting very confident. I listened to this very, very closely. And he was even swaying me. I was listening, and I was thinking, Jared might be being a little obstinate, maybe a little standoffish. But there was something Jared said at the very end of this discussion. Well, he said, if a material is hot and it turns cold, doesn't that create movement, expansion, contraction? And that doesn't require a outside force per se. And I heard Bob's inner self sort of hiccup. And the light went off. And I realized what Jeranism was saying at first glance may have seemed a bit just standoffish. But with that one sentence, I realized there is a reason why we must be standoffish and why we must not so easily and quickly embrace the scientific means they have given us for so long. Because that does create movement, hot, cold. We have elements in our system that create heat and create cold. And now when you think about it, oh my God, I am a Russian Jamaican professor. Anyway, and now when you think about it, you now understand what seasons are for. They do not just exist to exist. They create the gravity, but not really gravity. They create the density patterns. They create it. They are the force. And they are all explained in hydrodynamics. So, you want a complete answer without inventing anything else? Jeranism is correct. I'll say can be more correct if you're looking for a single self-contained answer, and his answer does work. It does work. What you have to understand first is that we are in a self-enclosed system. And even if you were to flush this system free, right? Flush it free. That initial flush would create movement. Any movement would stir up the materials, and then they will, by the simple fact that they are way different in different weights, weight becomes force, force becomes a sense of organization. Just because we are an enclosed system, it will organize itself. Yeah, it will organize itself. And the hot and the cold will keep that movement happening, which will keep these elements organizing themselves. It will take a dense water and vaporize it and rise it high and then cool it off and make it fall, pressuring and keeping the dirt down where it belongs, and so on and so forth. We are in a self-contained, hydrodynamically controlled ecosystem. There's no gravity, no magical force that just pulls things together because of the density of the object, but no, that objects themselves organize themselves based off their density by movement. And that movement is not gravity, but that movement is heat and cold and pressure. The pressure of the self-enclosed system. Because it will heat up and cool down. It has nowhere to go. We're under a pressure, a glass of pressure. This is what Professor Flat has discovered. So, to all you flat earthers out there, I tell you, throw this into the debate and see if it survives. But if it is wrong, I will accept the fact. But I do believe we have found a solution. Until next time, flat out.